And we are here. We're ready for the garden. Hello, everybody. These are our training sessions.
Yeah,
Woo!
very excited. Oh, somebody came equipped.
Where's your card? Where's your moves at?
My moves are more still digital. I have to print them and
Wow.
laminate them at the local Staples, so I'm not as advanced as you, but I still do have.
Do you guys hear
I
that?
still have the tome.
Oh, he only has a tome. Noob.
I rely on the tome up here as well. The
Oh,
tome and the dome.
okay.
I
So,
just made that up.
tome in the dome makes sense. Also, our character art is finished. So, if anybody's watching this, let's showcase. So, I'm gonna click a couple buttons, and here's my character, Celine. Thank you
Woo!
to Victor. I will have him linked below. I
Yes.
don't. His last name is escaping me, but of course we are going to credit him. But that is my character. That is Celine. At least
Hello,
for season.
Celine.
At least for season one, we'll see how they evolve.
Oh
Now,
yeah, yeah.
let's look at Dorian.
Let's take a look at Dorian.
Old mainframe.
There
Look
he
at that
is in all his
guy.
mainframe glory,
Yeah.
doing the
What?
half collar pop.
The half collar pop. So gold. That's so gold of him.
Oh yeah.
He's got to stay classy. Okay, so we are in our like training phase. So we wanted to have like a learning phase before we officially started recording for the actual play, so that we sounded like we knew what we were talking about at least a little bit.
And also, be more comfortable in our character's shoes, playing around and making sure we
Yeah.
lock in our voices, their behaviors and quirks, and refresh ourselves and make sure we understand how to run all the myriad of moves and things like
Yes.
that occur, and
It's
dealing
a
with
lot of
successes.
moves. So many
Yes.
moves. So many
So,
moves. But yeah, when you can like have mechanics kind of go in the background, you feel a little bit more comfortable. So like I know that if we are playing like City of Mist, I can focus more on role play and story and not whether I'm understanding these mechanics correctly or not.
oh yeah, it's like playing any like
So
game like that or PBTA where you just have the playbook memorized, so you can focus on the RP. It's like I already know what move this will lead to, but I'm going to RP my way to it.
exactly. Okay, so what is the garden?
The garden is Gold's augmented reality for diligence and efficiency neurotraining. It is where all aspiring Gold prodigies are brought to train in the fields of which they are destined to excel in, from the as per determined by their families, and
Okay.
wherever they are exceeding in their studies and things like that.
Okay. So narratively, we're saying this is like Gold Academy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is like us. We're like in a prologue phase here, narratively. Like I mean, technically we don't have to. Like mechanically, we are just learning the mechanics more. But narratively, we wanted to put a little sauce on it.
Yeah, because also we need to practice working with the sauce, because a delicious sauce has been practiced and honed on.
As yeah, we've seen Ratatouille.
We made one of my favorite Pixar films of all time.
It's one of the greats. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. We are in the garden. This is like Celine and Dorian. I'm sure he like skipped grades. He's 3 years younger, but he's also a genius. So I'm sure they might be in the same grade.
Yes, I think much to Celine's chagrin, or to delight, depending on how Celine feels, I think Dorian wanted to excel at the same pace, so he really put his brain to work and surpassed a couple of classes.
Just a couple.
Just a couple.
12
Yeah.
to be exact. But yeah, so let's get into it. How are we going to structure this?
So I think it would be fun to sort of introduce our characters in a descriptive way before we step into these large pods of the garden itself, because the garden is just an augmented reality, where in fact in the academy itself it is a series of these very elegant synthetic and cybernetic pods that we will rest in as a neuro helm is placed on us, and we sort of go into cyberspace
Oh,
and
and
go
practice.
through go through an augmented reality practice.
Practice scenarios, things like that.
Mm-hmm. Think
Oh,
if
okay.
anyone's ever played like Metal Gear Solid, they had the VR missions and things like that, or insert, the X-Men's like training room, stuff like that.
Got it.
Or the part of Assassin's Creed that no one likes to play, the sci-fi part, but is like, it's a fascinating machine you sit in and do. But
No one likes that?
I mean, I didn't.
Okay, I see. I haven't played Assassin's Creed, but I know this is we're going through the tutorial levels.
Yes. And once upon completion of all of our simulations, we would excel and become promoted to full field operatives, which would be where the story would begin.
Perfect.
Or, sometime after.
Yeah. It would. This
Not
is like,
immediate, sometime.
yeah, this is like our story takes place maybe 3-4 years after training at the garden.
Correct.
Okay, so we are relatively new to Starforged, so we're going to try our best. The point is to, record these sessions, send them out to people, and be like, hey, what did we get wrong? What could we do better? Or what did we do right? All that good stuff. And we're learning how to play the system.
And we're going to kick off this by putting the first move in motion, which
Okay.
is a session move. Begin a session.
Yeah, let's do it.
And to read off very quickly, and then, when we do it again, we don't have to. But when you
Mm.
begin a significant session or chapter of play, i.e., the first training one, you
Yep.
can identify or adjust any flagged content between your players, which is another move of set a flag, which, if there was any sort of content that Maya or myself are not comfortable with or kind of want to gleam over or just, narrate around completely, this is where we would mention it. For example, I'm not super keen on graphic details of animal cruelty, but I imagine we are just going to gleam over that anyway.
Of course.
We would also review or recap what happened last session. Nothing's happened last session, but we have reviewed and recapped in a way where our characters have official art made by an awesome artist, so that's very cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And we did our session 0 and 0.5, where we created our world, created our characters, and
Connections, all that.
Mm-hmm. And we set the scene by envisioning our character's current situation or intent. And our situation is we are going to be going into the garden to begin our simulations, which is sort of like a series of final exams in regards to the Gold's Academy.
Okay.
And how well we do will not only reflect on us, but our family, the Kelvaris family.
And we cannot disappoint them.
Absolutely not. Or the next gathering, and every time they chime in on us, will be a hellscape.
Hell to pay.
Yes.
So, but mechanically, we decided that we're going to, because there are a lot of moves, but each move is like in a different category. So we are deciding to focus on a few categories, of course, bring in other moves if need be, but we want to highlight certain ones to get a lot of practice in them. So we're focusing on, of course, we have the session ones that will be in every training session. Adventure category?
Correct.
Adventure? Okay. Quest?
And quest. Those are the main ones we're going to start with this first session, which are your bare bones basics from a lot of our our very knowledgeable friends of Starforged have informed us. These are the ones that you're going to really probably rely on more so than all the others. You're sort of like your pillars of the moves.
Yes. So I have them right here on my cards. You have them on your end. Apparently in the Dome Tome.
Yeah.
So
how else am I going to memorize all of the moves when I'm just going to have them right up here?
Listen, by the end of the garden, Michael will have all 56 memorized. That's a guarantee.
Oh, no.
Okay, so we'll be focusing on adventure quest moves. So that's face danger, secure an advantage, gather information, compel, aid your ally, check your gear, Quest moves are swear an iron vow, reach a milestone, fulfill your vow, and then forsake your vow. Um, so I don't think we'll hit forsake your vow, but
No, I
it's
don't
there.
think so. It's there.
Okie dokie. So we are beginning a session.
And I tell you, the last little paragraph here of begin a session is you may spotlight a new danger, opportunity, or insight. This can include a scene hidden from your character's perspective. If you do, envision a brief vignette. You may roll or choose on the Oracle table to introduce something. Then all players will take +1 momentum as you return to play from the viewpoint of your characters.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. What's the new danger or opportunity?
I think the new danger or opportunity here is I think we're going to begin the whole vignette here within the garden. I think we have already been put in the. I think we're already in the pods, and we've closed our eyes, and the case it has been sealed.
Yeah.
The helmet has been put on our heads, and our forms are beginning to apparate and materialize on this black and neon green grid as it's beginning to build a world around us.
Okay.
And we hear a voice. Hello, welcome to the garden. I am the Ark, the augmented reality caretaker. And this voice begins to sort of encapsulate everywhere. We are crafting your first simulation here in the garden, and will be providing a prompt scenario for you, Celine Kilvaris, and Dorian Kilvaris, to resolve within an acceptable amount of time. You will then be scored by Ark as well as the Council. Should you succeed, you will progress to the next simulation.
Her heart rate starts to go up as she hears the council. Oh, God.
Any questions? And I believe when it says any questions, this is when our full bodies have apparated into like our general outfits, so we can sort of take turns describing our characters for the first time.
Is it like our training outfits or our day to day? I think it'd be fun if we had like specific training outfits.
Yeah, why don't you describe the training outfits and then a little bit about Celine?
Yeah, so I think the training outfits are, I think they're kind of, drab per se, but I think it's like a carpenter who's going into work, or it's like a one-piece suit, cotton, like high quality. It is a dark gray with gold lining around it. And we still have our house emblem on our chest. And so I think that's
Yes.
the big one. And I think maybe our names as well, and our designated call sign. I think during the garden is where we are assigned our call signs.
I love that.
So it's kind of like, when you're in high school and you have your school ID number.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like that. And I still use my school ID number for lots of stuff.
like passwords and things.
Yep. I won't say it. I
No,
won't say
don't.
the number. But yeah, so I've just always remembered my high school, and that's been a long time. So I think it's that where you'll see a little patch that says Celine, in parentheses, Monarch Kelvaris. Probably not a patch. Maybe it's like a gold pin.
Yeah, like a pin or like a badge.
Yeah, it's like metal. It looks official. So that's what she's wearing, and she is 6 feet tall. So she stands taller than her brother, and I think very straight, her back. And she's just looking around at the environment, and you see she's ready to go.
Awesome. And in a similar training garb stands her brother, Dorian.
Uh-huh.
Dorian stands at about 5'10". His hair has grown out a little bit. He's got this medium wavy black hair. And the most telling thing about him is the right side of his face has a synthetic gold plate around the cheekbone, followed by a completely cybernetic eye of black and gold hue colors. Due to an accident from his childhood, a lot of that had to be replaced, and since then he's not made it a crutch but a strength. And he sort of sits there a little pensive. He's Celine would know this is when Dorian is anxious, he sort of fidgets with his hands, like as if he's washing them.
Mm-hmm.
And he sort of leads with his head, and the rest of the body sort of follows him around in that sort of sense, where he leads with his curiosity more than anything, as he's sort of trying to follow the sort of materializing district around them.
Are you okay, brother?
He takes a moment, and he turns around, he sees that you're there, and he's like, "Oh, good. We seem to have materialized properly. Good, good. This is a exciting first augmented reality experience."
I would imagine that you're more excited than I am.
Very. Just we're sort of being graded together this time around, so
So does the competition then? And she's like a small smirk on her face.
I mean, if you want it to be, I'll go easy on you.
You'll go easy on me. Mm. I think her hair is not cut short. I think it's a little bit. I think it's like a little bob she has. In the future, it'll be cut, and I don't think she has Dex yet. So she can read you well because of growing up together.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Dex is like such a good conveyor of people's emotions and their truth. So she can't read you 100%, but I think we're like at a 75
Oh yeah,
currently. Dex gives her a huge boost.
Yeah, Dex does give you a huge boost, and just like Icarus would give me a huge boost in certain things as well. So I don't believe Icarus would be brought into the augmented reality because it's a robot. So
yeah, probably not. They want to see what you can do just on your own.
Yes. So yes, as we have now started talking to each other, now like in our full physical forms in this reality, the grid has begun to like really create like these massive constructs, roads, and not too dissimilar from the old Matrix films. You start to see like these silhouettes of people walking at their work at these offices, but they're all just code, and then they slowly begin to fill out into what appears to be living, breathing humans.
I'm going to she's going to reach her hand out and just like try to touch one, and then she'll notice that her hand goes right through them.
Please wait until the simulation is completed to begin interacting. As we hear the voice from Ark.
Puts her arm down.
Do
nods.
The participants have any questions before the simulation begins and your prompt is given?
Is this a competition?
Competition as in, yes, you are going to be competing against other participants. Your scores will be ranked, and the top tier of the 3 most successful teams will be rewarded with accolades upon completion.
You hear that, brother? We're going to be number 1.
I was about to say, yes, Ark said teams. We are a team.
So it is me. It's me and you against everybody else, as usual, brother.
Oh, then I guess we could show no mercy.
No mercy at all. We will be number 1, won't we?
It's one or done.
And then she tries to touch you, and then her hand goes, huh. Interesting. Okay.
No questions from me. Very good. And at this point, all the black and neon green begins to fill in, kind of like what will begin sort of like Microsoft Paint becomes much more eloquent.
Yeah.
And we begin to see the sky changing to its bright blue color instead of this just monochrome black and green. We begin to see all the coded silhouettes become individuals. And we even begin to like feel the wind going past us. We begin to feel like the taps of the street and hear the clutter of a busy district. It
This is
is,
very realistic.
well, it's augmented reality. It's supposed to put us into these scenarios if they happened in real life. And,
I thought it was virtual reality, no?
well, virtual would be, before he can continue, before he can continue going into the differences between the two, Ark chimes in
Yeah.
and will say, "You are now in an augmented version of the Blue District.
Interesting.
This is your first simulation, where you will begin a vow of retrieval." And we begin to see a person of code come up in front of us.
Uh-huh.
And as that person begins to apparate and materialize, we begin to hear the last few words of prompt from Ark. "This is your scenario. Umbra Ignition, a brand new tech company under the guidance of Kelvaris Dynamics, has produced the first fully tested, fully functional, personal stealth generator. This device is said to be small, able to fit in your hand. It is heavily guarded within the tech's laboratory vault. The schematics for it, however, have been stolen off the company's data core. As per your simulated assignment, you will vow to find the schematics for them in a manner minimizing collateral damage and public knowledge. Your
Ah.
your assets will be available to you if needed, but your range of travel will be limited within this district. When you have completed your vow, or wish to end the simulation due to difficulty, you must merely just summon me by speaking my name." And then the voice fades, and we see this very exhausted, harrowed older man with a thin gray mustache, angular face. He's wearing a long, like, light blue lab coat, sort of like one of the coats that an engineer of blue would wear.
Yeah.
Being in the Blue District, this is where the technocrats are. This is where all the technicians, engineers, doctors, people of like very hands-on, technical, skilled labor live. So this district, I think, almost reflects that. I think it's, unlike some of the other districts, it's probably one massive grid, kind of like New
Yeah.
York City, where it's just a massive grid and everything has its place and its number and its floor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And we
Okay.
see a name tag come up on the lab coat of this gentleman, and it says I. Urielis.
Okay.
Head of, and then he has this sort of black cape above it to sort of be the symbol of his station of Umbra.
What was the name of it's Umbra, the company?
It is Umbra Ignition.
Ignition?
Yep, or we can just call it UI.
Okay. And they have schematics that were stolen that need to be found.
Yes, and we need to minimize collateral, which, if I'm not mistaken, probably means we don't want to break too many things or get anyone hurt too badly. And without
Of course.
public knowledge, we probably want to keep this as discreet as possible.
Of course. And who is this Urielis fellow?
As the two siblings are talking to each other, I think Professor Urielis goes, "You two are talking to each other. Hello, I am Professor Urielis, here of the Umbra Ignition. I was told that there would be people dispatched from the Gold Enforcements to assist me in a very private matter."
Private, you say?
Yes, he kind of squints his eyes to sort of as he scrutinizes the two of us. And again, even though it's a simulation, like, he has that old man smell. You can sort of feel his breath as he's speaking. "You're young enforcers, but I suppose the Golds think you are more than capable of handling this. Come, step to my office. And he hits a button on his wrist, like this cufflink, and the disc underneath the three of us begins to float us upwards at a steady but controlled pace.
Yeah.
And after about a thrilling 30 seconds, we are brought to the top of this building where the disc sort of floats in onto a dock, onto what appears to be just a massive office with a long desk and completely glass walls overlooking the Blue District. Which, again,
Okay.
everything I think is very blocky. It's not very, like, creatively designed. I think it's just designed for efficiency and mass transit and travel.
Yeah, I think so. And then as we're floating up, we could start to see it even more, like how the lights illuminate the grid-like map below us.
Right down to the building streets.
Uh-huh.
Dorian's like leaning over, looking at it.
Don't fall off, brother.
Oh, right. I'm sure I'll feel the pain. And he steps back.
I'll try to like hit him in the shoulder. Do you feel that?
Yes. Ow.
Interesting.
If you're done gazing upon the district, step into over here. And Professor Urielis brings us in to his office. Two stools apparate out from the floor to designate for us to sit, as a large armchair apparates behind the desk. And he sits behind it. And he says, now that we are in private chambers, I can go over everything. So
Celine continues to stand, though. And she's like next to the chair, whatever Dorian decides to do. But her hands are like behind her back as she's listening.
No, Dorian sits. He gets comfortable.
Okay.
He's like, comfy. This morning, one of our security bots found on our cameras that there were two individuals that walked into the facility down below. They didn't have IDs that made sense for the hour, but it seems as though they created facsimiles of IDs, false ones, to get past the early scanners. And before our systems could realize that they were false, they had left. They had somehow gotten into the vault where all of the schematics and designs are for some of our more innovative projects, including the new stealth generator, which we have simply just called Nightshade. It has not been approved yet by Kelvaris Dynamics to be put on the market or to be tested by field operatives, but information got out to someone, and someone else must have paid people to get in and out without notice. And, well, we can't have that information getting out there to any of the riffraff.
No, we cannot.
Dorian has gone from sitting to, like, kind of perching on the stool, kind of like going into his, like, a thinking phase, and then, like, puts one leg down. So he hands us two files. It's like, these are the pictures that our security cameras were able to get. And from what it looks like, there's two silhouettes. It's hard to tell if they're masculine, very androgynous sort of forms, wearing these long cloaks with some sort of almost beak-like front to sort of obfuscate anything of a facial structure.
Is this the best that you can do?
Well, unfortunately, when we've tried to get them at any other angle, they do seem to have done something to scramble the cameras to not look directly at them.
It seems blues are not the great tech magicians they are sold to be.
You will mind your judgment, young lady. These were clearly experts. And if you are able to catch them, then perhaps the golds aren't as shiny as they are efficient.
The job is not finished.
Dorian's like getting nervous because the two, like, I think there's like a little bit of spark of lightning between the two. Well, yes, why don't we show off our golden skills here? And Dorian will like step in and be like, yes, we'll take these photos, and I suppose we will ask around the facility, see if anyone that was around maybe saw something. I imagine you've kept a lockdown on your employees. To which he nods. Well, then perhaps we begin asking some questions, perhaps look into the security systems, and take it from there. And he leans in. It seems as though whoever's here might still be within the district, at least, according to, as he points just generally upwards, as remembering what Arcus said.
It seems like it's another blue. He said they're experts.
It's not a bad place to start. And this is, I think, where we would do our quest move to swear an iron vow, when he brings out, I think, how the blues handle iron vows is you sign a contract. And like you sort of take your art, you take whatever emblem you swear by and you place it in front of a, almost like they bring out like a touchpad that sort of like brings up a flat digital screen. We place the emblem onto it. It copies it and puts it onto their digital screen, and it saves it. So I'm just sort of thinking like how I think it was we talked about like every district probably does something different. For blues, I think it's just very cut and dry.
Yeah, that makes sense for them. It's like, I swear, they read through the entire contract, sections I.3, section B, subsection 5. They're reading it through all of it, yeah.
It's almost as bad as a bronze contract.
Are we meant to sign this?
You are meant to display your emblems of your station into the bottom where a signature would go. This seals it in and will reward you upon completion or chastise you upon failure.
This is not how we swear our vows.
Well, it's how we swear our vows in this district.
Brother, what do you think we should do?
I think personally we should. Appears as though the Professor Uriel here is could be a good resource for information, so it might be good to stay on this good side.
Good side.
He takes his emblem of the Kelvaris family. He's like, why don't we just do it here, and perhaps we'll just have to practice our decorum within each district.
Practice decorum. Of course. She like pulls off the pin, slams it down.
And what does the Kelvaris pin look like?
The Kelvaris pin looks like an eagle, or maybe it looks like a bird. It's on her. She has it on her character art, but yeah. So it's like the wings are in the shape of, how would you explain? They're
spread.
They're spread up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it has like intricate designs. If you look closely inside, like someone like took the time to like zoom in really closely and etch in really like small intricate designs, but you can only see once you're zoomed in. But it's like a dark golden color, and
with an eye at the center.
With an eye at the center, yes. And so we pull it off, set it down.
Yes, we so swear to recover your stolen schematics and bring the thief or thieves, because there is two of them, thieves, here to be contained and put before trial.
Yes, we swear on our house.
My house Kelvaris. And I think this is here where we would do the move, swear an iron vow.
Okay.
And as a co-op, it represents it for this vow is something we're both going to follow to getting resolved. However, only one of us will spearhead the vow with rolling the move. I forgot. We've got to add momentum to from begin a session.
Oh yeah, let's add. We adding momentum. Mm-hmm. Okay. Who wants to take the lead in swearing the vow?
Well, it looks as though when you swear an iron vow, it is rolled with your heart. Dorian has a heart of 2. Celine, do you have a heart higher than that or no?
No, but I think, do we want to metagame this and do whoever has the highest, or do we want whoever makes the sense narratively?
I prefer narratively. I think, if anything, I'm always more about doing things narratively than metagaming, so.
Okay. I think since you are getting along with him better, it should be you.
Okay. Yeah, I think, yeah, C's gonna do it first, so I'm going to roll heart +2 to swear an iron vow. We'll see what our result is.
If
And, yep,
he's
plus. That is a
oh,
weak hit.
okay.
So, you are determined, but begin your quest with more questions and answers. Take +1 momentum and envision what you do to find a path forward.
Okay.
So, an core questions and answers. So, I think how that manifests is after we've put our emblems into the iron vow, we've made the contract. I imagine he sort of snaps his fingers and the platform brings us down to the lower facility. And I think Dorian would probably go try to look at the security cameras to see what he can find. And I think he notices that there are laps of time missing from the security cameras. So there's a little more going on here than just
Do
theft. There was a potential, like, I think I'm trying to think more questions. I was like, how did they get by? Well, they did something to the tech.
Yes, obviously they did something to the tech because if this is in a blue district, they should have like the best tech minds at least
Yes.
around. That's why I'm thinking is another blue who did this, someone just as smart. Or it could be a brilliant other color. But
Or someone who paid skilled blues to do it.
yeah. So we're going to track this vow. I believe we we didn't decide the rank of the vow.
No, I think this rank, to begin with, we'll put it right in the middle. We can do formidable, which, so every time we mark progress, we mark. Actually, let's do dangerous to start out because this is just very basic stuff. So we'll do dangerous.
Okay, okay. Dangerous. What do we want to call this vow? Retrieve the schematics?
Retrieve the schematics. It's. I think that is probably more what Umbra Ignition is interested in. Is making sure that those are recovered. It doesn't matter what happens to the thieves, whether we bring them back or if they, as we've been trained as Gold, if our lives are threatened, we are allowed to use martial and deadly force to protect ourselves. So it's
Okay.
more about the schematics than anything, especially with blues.
Okay, so they just want the information back. We, be minimizing collateral and being stealthy is icing on top.
Yeah, I think it's just icing on top. It's sort of like to make it look like a professional job and less sloppy.
Okay. So we have that's in the shared sheet now, this vow. So
Excellent.
okay. And that is dangerous. So I believe that dangerous, how many, but is it 2 boxes?
We get to fill 2 boxes every time we are told to mark progress.
Okay. Okay. So we have more questions. So we decided that, like, are we still in his office or are we?
I believe we're getting lowered down, and we're on the main facility floor where there is. I feel as though there's a lot of these security bots sort of circling around, and they have about half a dozen people from the previous night that are sort of sitting in like the lobby area, haven't been allowed to leave. There's a help desk and then a security desk at the front.
Right.
And then from there's like the legend to go to like the different floors for manufacturing, for engineering, and all that good stuff.
I'm looking around and I'm trying to see like who looks the most nervous. Like she doesn't trust anybody because there's people here that were told to stay. And so she's looking. It's a mix of different blues, but it's hard because they are not very emotional people. So she's looking, she's trying her best to see if she can see if anyone's cracking or looks more nervous than usual. And she's being intentional about it. So and she's not saying anything. So she's like a general walking back and forth and just looking at their faces one by one.
Yeah, I think Dorian sees you doing that, and Dorian's going to head over to the security desk and ask to start looking at the cameras around that time, before then, after then, and we'll sit there, and I'll be like, he looks over at you, being like, I'll see what I can find talking to the machines. They speak my language, as you've told me.
They do indeed. And I will coerce, or I will talk to the people.
Use those brilliant negotiating skills. And he puts a little fist up.
She so I think as I'm trying to find more information, would that be a gather information
I
move?
think that would be a gather information.
Okay. That is what she's trying to do. It's one of the adventure moves. So when you're trying to gather information, when you search for clues, conduct an investigation, analyze evidence, or do research, you roll plus wits. So that's what I'll do. Let me check my assets to see if anything helps. Uh,
Okay.
one of them is the Glowcat dex, so that's a no. Kinetic, no. Slayer only works on inhuman foes, so
Hmm.
that is a no.
What I
No
could
assets help for right now. Yeah.
Okay. What I could do is I could potentially do the aid your ally move to act in a direct support for you.
How are you helping me with these people that I'm talking to, though?
My only thought is that while you're looking at the people, Dorian can try to see who maybe is on the camera the most and maybe looks like they might be a little more suspicious than others,
Oh, okay.
so that you can begin questioning some of them. And
Okay.
yeah, I would roll aid your ally to then which becomes secure an advantage.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. So now we're going to switch over to secured advantage, which I can choose which one of these, which one of the stats I'm going to use to try and roll for you. And I think with Dorian, he's using expertise, focus, and observation of the cameras. So I think he's going to be rolling plus wits to aid you.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and do that with wits. And I unfortunately, actually, do I have? Oh no, I'm not. I'm not trying to do it with my assets. Tech is not going to help me here, and my augmented eye is not going to help me here at the moment because I'm using the computer screen.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to just do wits. Uh-oh.
Oh, I saw that. That's a
Oh
miss.
no. That's a miss. You fail or your assumptions betray you. Pay the
Pay the
price.
price. As we know, with pay the price, it's usually just like the most obvious thing. What would that be?
I think the most obvious thing is because they're blues and they're so efficient with their hours of work, none of them seem to be behaving suspiciously. None of them arrived late. None of them like showed up early. They showed up exactly on time. And he looks through the cycle, and everyone that's been asked here to stay doesn't seem to be doing anything out of the ordinary. And I think Dorian just looks over at you and just shrugs.
Okay. Well, I'm going to continue on then with mine. And she just goes, okay. Who wants to talk? Who would like to talk? And so she's going to, again, we're going back to my gather information move. So let's do that. Gather information. Just going to roll plus wits and do
Do
my
it.
best. Oh my god, it's a miss with the match.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh my gosh, it's a miss with the match. Your investigation unearths a dire threat or reveals an unwelcome truth that undermines your quest.
Oh
Pay the
no!
price. But it's not only is it a miss, it's a miss with a match. So it is a horrible miss. That is crazy.
A critical miss, one might say. Well, let's.
I can't even burn momentum.
Nope.
A critical miss. Pay the price. I think I'm gonna ask the Oracle for inspiration. Let's just see.
Let's do it. Absolutely.
So I'm gonna roll on pay the price and see what happens. Your actions were interpreted in a detrimental way. I don't think that's damning enough.
No, let's make it worse.
A friend, companion, or ally is captured. Oh my god.
Oh, what if while this is happening, we hear like we hear like glass break, and the floating disc from Professor Urielis's office crashes through, and we see someone on another disc taking him away. Like,
Oh, he's being
he's
captured?
being captured. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that you were captured.
Oh, I could be captured too if you want. What would be more actually? What would be more dire for you? What would be more dire for you? Me
If
getting
you
captured?
were captured, she doesn't care about Urielis.
Yeah, I think that makes that's fun. I think what
I
happens here. Yeah.
what happens? Like I think okay, this is my idea.
Okay.
The person was in this room. They were behind me. Like there's two they're waiting on two different sides of the walls. There's two rows.
Hmm.
And I was looking at one and I was bending down and I was like scanning their eyes. One of
Yep.
them gets up and grabs you and there's like double doors that shut and like open up mechanically.
Hmm.
They stand, maybe it's a couple of them because you are gold, so you technically like genetically I think you could go up against one.
I could, yeah, I'd be able to hold my own against one, but I think two, especially because we know there were at least two insurgents. Yeah, they think they just stand up and get me from behind, get both arms.
Yeah, and they pull you out one of the back doors that lead down somewhere we don't know. And then the doors immediately shut.
Yep, they kind of leap back, and you see on the bottom of their feet there's like these little boosters that shoot them out the door, and they slam the doors, and we sort of like see it sort of slam, and you just hear me go, slam!
Dorian! Ah! God damn it. Where did they go? And she's looking at the other ones and they're just staring forward. And she's going to pick one of them up. I think she's going one by one.
Yep.
She's picking them up. Where did they go? And no one's answering. So she throws one to the ground, picks up a second one. Where?
Oh no.
So she's gonna do that to all of them if they're not answering.
Okay. There's something here I could do to help you.
How? Yeah.
I could utilize the check your gear move, where I can check to see if I have a specific or helpful item on hand, roll plus supply. On a strong hit, I have it ready to act. On a weak hit, I must diminish my resources or lose momentum. I'm thinking that within Dorian's sort of like eye and cybernetic hardware, he probably has a way to communicate with you that he just always has specifically with you.
Uh-huh.
And I think if
That
he can
makes
like smack his cheek or something to activate it, or if he can like sort of like, do some sort of brain work in his head where like it's sort of like in my head, the tech in his brain kind of works when he's thinking, like he can sort of like subconsciously tell his body like to connect with you on a comm. And I'm going to roll that to see if I can get a hold of you.
Okay.
So we're going to roll plus supply and hopefully don't miss again.
That's what the match is crazy.
That's rough. Okay. So this is going to be supply.
Okay.
That is a weak hit. You have it, but must choose one. Your supply is diminished. Sacrifice resources. That just makes the most sense. I think what happens here is as soon as he uses it, they sort of stop. Like they sort of like hit him in the head and sort of like it damages it, so it's not working as efficiently.
Okay.
But I think, so I'll drop my supply down by one, which is, I guess, both of ours.
Yes, yeah.
So you begin to hear Dorian's voice. He's like, I see Westbrook. We're on Westbrook Road.
I'm coming. And she was holding on to another one.
Yeah, she's holding a guy in the
throws him onto the ground and
ow.
Ow. Just a small owl in the background.
It's a small owl.
Okay, and she runs out. But she doesn't know how these elevations work. So she runs back, grabs another blue. How do these work? Tell me now.
You just put your foot on the pad there and connect it to your wrist communicator.
And then throws him on the ground, follows instruction, and then starts to go down. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, these discs, I think they move relatively fast, but not like super fast. They're not meant for high speed, but like they can elevate much more than like a standard sort of like sci-fi speed bike.
Yeah. I think she is going she immediately they're going down and she's impatient. Like you said, it takes about 30 seconds, but that feels like it's too long.
Mm-hmm.
She hops off before it even gets all the way down to the ground. So I think at like 10 feet, jumps down, momentum brings her down faster, lands, and is now on the hunt for you said Westbrook?
Westbrook.
Yeah, so she is trying to find Westbrook. If like what's the best method to find that street? We must have like a map, right?
I would say we would have a map, and you also would know that again, the blue district is very much like a grid, and the
Yeah.
names of every street is on every corner, and they are also alphanumeric. So I think every street name is via the alphabet, and you see that you are on, let's say, you're on Quentin.
Okay. So what are you doing as we cut to you?
I think Dorian's going to try to find a way to slow them down. I think they sort of hit him to try to see if they can knock him unconscious, and he's sort of sitting there like in a daze, realizing that his communication with you has been severed. Like there's a little like bleep in his eye, seeing like like as you would see in a video game, like communication damage.
Yeah.
I think he's going to try to slow them down, or at least break free.
Okay.
So that would be the face danger move, I think.
Okay, let's do it.
So face danger when attempting something risky, as in I'm on a speed, and I think they're not too high off the ground. They're sort of like trying to keep low, and then they're slowly going up to see if they can get to like the second levels of some of the buildings.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, envision your action. What is he trying to do? I think he's going to try. I think he's going to try and like he's pretending he's knocked out,
Uh-huh.
and I think he's going to try and like, as soon as he feels like a little pressure off of one side of his body, he's going to immediately try to slip his arm free and elbow the other to get free.
Oh, okay. So this sounds like Shadow to me.
I would agree. This sounds like Shadow. So we're going to go for Shadow, stealth, deception, or trickery.
Okay.
And hopefully I don't get a miss. My Shadow's not bad.
Don't get a miss. Yes.
A strong hit.
Oh,
You are
nice.
successful. Take +1 momentum.
Okay. Okay.
So I think what happens here is, yeah, Dorian, like he waits, and the one of the kidnappers on the right, like I hear a little bit of their voices being like, once we get to Westbrook, we're going to make our way back down to Ironside. That's where we're going to get out of here. And he's sort of listening to that, and then he hears the guy like listening and nodding. He releases his pressure on his arm just a little bit. He like sort of slides his arm out and sends his elbow up into the guy's jaw.
Yeah.
And in that moment, he falls back. He falls like 20 feet, but then sort of sees another disc going by with with a sort of just a courier.
Yeah.
I imagine the courier's going.
He's like, oh my god!
Thank you so much. You've saved my life, and he hugs him.
Please let go.
Yes, of course. He jumps off. Thank you.
And he looks confused. Huh?
Yep. And he's going to like fidget with. He's going to take out like, I imagine one of Dorian's always had like a little multi-tool.
Yeah.
And he like drills it into his eye to fix the communications, and then he like, as you're sprinting, I imagine.
Yeah, she is like sprinting. She's going in the right direction. So
yeah. Celine, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Where are you?
I'm just near Trundale. I'm not sure, but we need to catch them they're going to Ironside, so we need to find a fast way that way.
These. First, we have to meet up. Where are you?
And he's across the street, and like you see him waving.
Runs across the street to you. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm sorry that I fell for the 2-on-1 full Nelson.
It's okay. Okay. Obviously, they are who we have to go after. We need more answers from them. You said Ironside.
Yes, they're going to Ironside, so they're going further uptown.
Okay, but we need it fast. We need to steal a car. We need to steal the vehicle. Easy.
I guess.
Easy. I've done it before. You've done it before, right? Or
No, no. He's like looking. No.
Easy. She's gonna go in like the middle of the road, and she's gonna try to like hop on one of those the floating pads that they move around on. Hop on one of those, and then hop onto one of the floating vehicles as well that are also kind of flying through. So it's kind of like a.
Dorian's gonna awkwardly follow. Like, come on, wait. I'm so sorry, and just continue to just jump.
Come, brother, you cannot be left behind. And so we're doing like parkour type style to try to see if we get on this car. I think this is face danger because what we're doing is like
absolutely
dangerous and crazy. Do we both roll face danger? To see if we make it?
That makes sense to me. Why don't we both do it just to make sure we both get there?
Okay, so I'm going to be rolling plus edge. I think it's the same for you, but you can make an argument if you're trying to do something else. If you're trying to take it like
I think he's trying to keep up with you, but this is where, he's not as good. So we'll have you roll first because you're leading.
Okay. Any assets that can help?
My augment will not help me here.
You know what? I am kinetic. I can wield kinetic powers. I can focus. I can remotely push, pull, lift, constrict objects. I think she's using that to like pull those discs closer.
To sort of make platforming.
Exactly. And a couple of blues fall off. She's not thinking about it, but you do see them fall.
Yeah, I think some of them do fall, but then some of them I think are also just platforms with supplies, like kind of like how people think, like Amazon drones drop things off. I think these discs also do similar things, so they like have little packages that they're dropping off, so it's very easy to drop on.
Yeah.
Some that don't have everybody, but yeah, some of them have blues that sort of like leap off and get away.
I think though, because this is like a normal occurrence, they're like to use these discs. They probably have contingencies. Like if you're in Eberron, people regularly have feather fall tokens.
Oh yeah, I think they all have. So. I think they all have things in their that like these gravitational things on the bottoms of their feet to sort of like slow the fall down.
Oh yes.
Yeah, like sort of like like they click their foot or something like that, and they sort of like, or they intrinsically like when they're like 10 feet from the floor, like it slows them down to a slow drop.
Oh yeah, I like that. So like that's so yeah. So most people are okay. She's pushing people off. Even if they didn't have that contingency, how she is. She would have. She's a bull in a china shop. So I'm going to use my kinetic abilities. So when you're in a risky situation, drawing your powers to make a move, I can add a +2, but I lose momentum. I lose 2 momentum, so it's kind of like a trade-off.
I like that's cool. It's you get a big buff, but you have to suffer it somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. So my momentum is down to 1, but I do get a +2. So let's see if this works.
Do it.
I was about to say that's a strong hit. Okay, strong hit. Yeah, I'm successful. I get back 1 momentum.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think Dorian is witnessing your kinetics. Describe like what the kinetics looks like, because this is like your first time describing it. So like, tell me what it looks like when you use your kinetic powers and like how it strains you a little bit.
Yeah, it does strain her a little bit. You wouldn't see it unless you're looking at her straight on. Like her face, but you see that if she's trying really hard, certain veins in her eyes will turn red, and if it gets really bad, she has like blown like blood vessels completely, and you've seen like her full eye turn a red color. Yeah. So that's mainly where it is. It's like around her face, and you can see the strain, but she is straining. I think she's still getting better at kinetics. I think when we see them, when the series officially starts, she'll be better. But right now, it's like probably a little bit more rough and tumble.
Yeah. I mean, if I may add something to this, because it's a strong hit.
Yeah.
I think the momentum is, I think not only do you get all these discs, but I think you stop a vehicle. Like there's like maybe like some sort of loader supply, like floating, like truck thing that's going by, that's floating by. Yeah. That could be much faster to get us there. And I think it's very much like a Magneto moment for you, like where you stop it and you reel it back just enough to get a hold of it.
Yes, that was that was my whole goal by doing this whole face danger thing. You're gonna go as well, I think, because we said I'm gonna say you get a +1 because of my success, and this is technically not a rule, but I know that we talked about this. Yeah. In session 0, like if it makes sense mechanically, I could roll secured advantage or aid an ally if you want to make it like one of these moves. Just so
I'm
we can
totally
practice
fine with
it.
just being like, yeah, I'm fine with you saying like, I also like our little homebrews of like, oh, you narratively did this, that was awesome. It was a strong hit. Like if you got a weak hit, I'd say probably I'd roll to get it, but I think with a strong hit and the payoff you've made it using your asset, I think just taking the +1 from this would be fine.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so I will
The other thing I would say is which there is a move called aid your ally, and I don't think it's needed because it just means the then choose secure an advantage or gain ground.
Yeah,
It really doesn't like
it
because
leads,
it's just a move that points you to another one, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well then that
Yeah.
makes sense. Anyway, okay, yeah, I would say a +1 because of my success. So I'm kind of waiting for you. I have an arm out, kind of to pull you into the vehicle as I see you like hopping and hobbling after me.
All right, I'm gonna make this roll, and then after I make this roll and determine the outcome, we're gonna take our first little break.
Okie dokie.
All right, this is with edge, so it makes it a +2 at least.
Come, brother.
Ooh.
Oh, not bad. Make a suffer move.
Make
I
a
think
suffer
you
move.
twisted ankle or something.
Yeah, I think he like he's very awkwardly jumping, and I think at one point he gets clocked by another incoming disc that goes by as he's trying to jump, but he like barely hangs on. He pulls himself up, and yeah, I think he gets hit, and I'm gonna take a -1 to my health.
Okay. Yes, I've been told that don't be so quick to mechanically remove ear stuff like that.
That's true.
But I think it kind of makes sense. Like I think
narrative in this moment, I think like he would get hurt a little bit.
Yeah, I would say you face an injury.
We're going through sci-fi traffic right now, so
yeah, so that makes sense. If your health is 0, lose momentum. Suffer 1 move. Okay, sounds good.
Cool. And then this is where we will enact the session move, take a break. When you resolve a progress move, I guess we haven't resolved much progress, unless do you think that's something we should check in on? I guess progress we could say was learning that they're going to Ironside. Would you say that was progress, that we know where they're going?
Yeah, that's the first step because those guys are super suspicious. I would say that's a progress move.
Okay, so let's go ahead and add that to our.
How does that work though? Is it okay? So I'm looking at quest. So is it reach a milestone?
No, mark progress usually is either when the move says that we get to mark progress, or if we narratively think we've marked progress. And through our successful rolls, we overheard that they're going to Ironside, where they're trying to leave the district. They're going to try to leave the district. So like we know where they're going, and we also discovered that they were a couple of the people there. So if anything, we mark it at least once.
Okay, is that how that works? I guess we can look that up during the break, I guess.
Yeah, we can look at it during the break.
Because reach a milestone is when you make headway in your quest by doing any of the following: overcoming an obstacle, gaining meaningful insight, completing a perilous expedition, and like you mark progress per the rank of the vow. I think we gained insight.
We definitely gained insight.
So that's why I was like, maybe it's reach a milestone move?
Yeah, let's do that first then. Reach a milestone.
And if we're wrong, we'll talk to Nick.
Yeah, we'll consult. We'll consult.
Yeah, our consultant. So reach a milestone. So per the rank, and that's dangerous.
Yeah, so it'll tick 2 boxes.
Okie dokie. So tick 1, tick 2. Listen, I love Foundry because all I did is click one button and it did it for me.
It's so good.
To the person who created this, thank you so much. You are very smart.
We love you.
Okay, we are now going to take a break.
Yep.
Back. So we left off on us securing the car. Did you make the roll? It was a weak hit. And okay, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Weak hit, rolled an ankle. We took a break.
And as per the take a break move, we've sort of talked a little bit about what happened, and we're choosing to continue the session. You or an ally can add +1 to their next move. So whoever does the next move just gets a +1.
Okay, what is the next move? We have secured the car. Is there anybody in it?
I would say these again. I think going with the idea that the blue district is just so efficient that it's probably done by like kind of like the sci-fi Uber drive, like one of those like automatic drivers. Like it just follows a guided path.
Oh, yes. It's kind of like yeah, that makes sense. They're like NPCs
Mm-hmm.
in a video game.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. But we do need to take control of the vehicle. Do you need I think you're gonna make this next roll because you can hack into it.
Yes, I
I
can.
don't think it's just gonna listen to us. Like
Nope.
so.
He's like, I'm on it. I think he presumes you're gonna drive, but he's gonna hack into it to make sure that it listens to you.
Uh-huh.
So like his eye sort of like the gears switch around and it goes from like a purple glow to a greenish glow. He takes
Okay.
out that little multi-tool screwdriver piece that he has and like it switches to a couple of different like little clasps and bits, and he points it into the motherboard of it.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm gonna roll. Would this be? I think it's actually. Would it be compel? Because I'm trying to, or would it be?
Oh, you're okay, so we're just like if we're sticking with adventure moves.
Yeah, just try to force the adventure moves in, or
It's
or it would
not
be
really
secured
it might-
advantage.
It's more secured advantage or face danger.
I'm going to say secure an advantage because you're going to be the one doing the driving. I'm just going to make it listen to you more easily. And perhaps I can also. I think he's going to be like, I think not. I think I can overclock it. We can go beyond its limited speed module.
That's why I was thinking face danger.
Ooh, okay. Let's do face danger then.
Yeah, I think it's something more risky than securing an advantage per se. Because
Yeah.
secured advantage is assess the situation, make preparations, or gain leverage. But I think you're more on the side of attempting something risky, which is face danger.
Okay. So here's where two of my assets are going to come into play.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to do this with expertise, focus, and observation. So I'm going to be rolling this with wits because this is with augmented. What my advanced prosthetic, which I believe is going to help me be able to see the intricate wiring and be able to figure out how to override the controls. So this would give me +1 for this capability. As long as I don't roll a miss, I don't damage my augment.
Let's go.
And
Let's do this.
My path of tech, when I try to move, configure, optimize, hack, or disrupt an electronic system, roll a +1.
Okay.
And here's my
you'll be rolling plus wits
yeah. So wits
for face danger.
yes. So wits +1 from my augment and +1 from my tech and +1 from the take a break. That's +6 to this roll.
Come on. Let's.
All right, let's do it.
The odds are in your favor,
Mm-hmm.
brother. You got this, brother. I believe in you. We don't have time. Let's go.
All right. he's
Okay,
That
that's
is
what
a
I'm
strong hit.
talking about.
a strong hit. So that means with face
Take
danger, take 1 momentum.
Okay, but it also means we're successful.
Yeah, we are successful. So yeah, he gets it done very quickly. He's just like, oh, don't worry, this is not much of a challenge. And he like very quickly, like you hear the whir of his multi-tool snaps one wire. It like these little tiny, it's like little tiny octopi tendrils that kind of grabs the wires, rewires them in a different direction, twists them around, and then a little tiny like blowtorch welds it down, and then he spins his eye, taps it. Should listen to you now, and it can exceed its manual speed.
As you say, it can exceed. She already punches it.
Yeah.
So also, yeah, you're like also it could. Whoa, got a lot of kick to it. And then we're going fast. We already know the way, so we're trying to find them. Okay, so we get there quickly. Okay, so is this like there's a quest move? No. Not reach a milestone because we're sticking to just quest moves. We're not doing like exploration stuff, right?
No, I think we're going to try to stick with these. So if it's going to be, it could be face danger again, or it could be. I think that might be it. Yeah, I think that might be it.
It could be gather information. We're trying to find them now. We're in the area, but
honestly, yeah, gather information would work as well because we're trying to see if we can get ahead of them and figure out where they're going in Ironside to escape the district with the schematics.
Right. So maybe get ahead of them, or maybe they're already there. We just don't see them. because we had to steal the car. They were already
Mhm.
on their way there.
Yeah, we got to track them down.
So now we're tracking. So that's why I'm saying gather information.
That worked. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so roll plus wits. Is it me who's doing? I mean, we both are. You got
Yeah,
eyes.
we both are.
So, narratively, I do think it makes sense if you want to secure an advantage.
Yeah, I'd be happy to secure an advantage for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Wait.
think, yeah, he's sort of watching the area and he's uploading. I think not only has he exceeded the speed limit on this thing, he's pulled up a little grid of the area and he's pulling up Ironside as sort of like a major area and kind of looking at what the major buildings are and sort of narrow down where these people might try to go to disappear.
Okay. Okay.
So we're gonna do this, I think, again with wits.
Keep an eye out, brother.
Yeah,
Eyes
no problem.
peeled for the dirty blues. Hey. Oh!
Oh no, that's a miss. On a miss, your fail or your assumptions betray you. Pay the price.
What do you think is like the most obvious negative outcome?
I think the most obvious negative outcome is I'm trying to track them down. I think whatever tech they have picks up that they're being followed, and they hack into my system and disrupt the connection.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah,
They're smart. They're blues.
As soon as they look, everything deletes and then everything begins to flash red. The vehicle begins to slow back down back to its like normal pace,
which is fine. We're already there.
Yeah.
Dorian, did you find anything?
No, but I have a terrible headache.
Well, they clearly know we're following them. We're gonna have to go analog with this investigation, I think.
Gods above. Let me try. So I'm gonna lower the car down, and then we're gonna get out. And so that's my method. I am now boots on the ground, looking, scanning.
Yeah.
So, yep, gathering information. Let's see. I have a +1 to my wits, and that's all I got. Okay, that's not bad. Weak hit.
Hey,
I will take it. It provides new insight, but also complicates your quest. I do get +1 momentum. Because of that. Okay. New insight, but also complicates your quest. Envision what you discover. New insight. I think new insight, but also complicates your quest. Here's what I'm gonna do something. I think this is fun.
Go do it.
I'm going to say that we do find out where they are. I think we see like the tail end of somebody who's running in because they wear like these blue lab coats.
Yeah, they're wearing the coats with like the beak things on the hoods.
So I see like the tail end of that in a building. We are in a more industrial area. And so I see them get inside of a building, but also Ark comes in. You are currently in second place. And it's because it's a competition between all of the golds.
Yeah.
There's gods above. Damn.
Lock in, Celine. Let's lock in.
I'm locked in. I asked you for help, brother, and you gave none. And she continues to run.
Oh, sure. Oh, fine. I can. He's sprinting after you.
So I think that's a fun. Our quest is complicated because that pressure of being second is at least a big deal. She doesn't want to be just in the top 3. She wants to be number 1. So Ark lets us know that we have just been, because of the misses that we have gotten. You twisted your ankle.
Those have to add up somehow.
Okay, so we enter into the building. We find them. I think we have reached a milestone, I would say.
I would agree. I think we tailed them. We followed them to where their hideout is now. So that would definitely be a mark of progress.
Okay. Do you want to mark that?
I can go ahead and do that. That'll be 2 ticks.
Yeah.
Oh, nope. Not that many.
Oh man, he gave us 4 ticks.
I shouldn't have done that. It should have been just 2.
Yeah, it's okay. If you go back and then you can unmark 2. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are now at 4. Oh.
Yep, no, got it.
There we go. Okay, we are now at 4 out of 10.
Correct.
As we make our way inside. Well, not inside. I'm next to the door. Dorian, is your head in the game?
You know it is. But I guess I have to show you. And Dorian's gonna actually brush past you. You could tell you hurt his feelings. And he puts his shoulder into the door.
I wanted to be stealthy.
And I think this is an sort of an assembly building where some of the discs and the automatic delivery vehicles are sort of constructed and then shipped out.
Okay, yeah.
So I think there's just a lot of those assembly lines and various angles moving around, and there's a lot of these crane-like levers and robots sort of assembling the pieces. There are a few blues that look like they have these huge headpieces on that are welding things together manually that like don't even hear us come through because there's like a lot of machinery very loud in this place.
Okay. Do you think that they possibly could be hiding and acting like one of these machinery workers?
Probably.
Is there anything you can do to spot them out?
Here's what I can do. I can kindly ask someone. And he's going to go up to... This is what he's going to do. He's going to go over to one of the... automaton pieces that are like assembling things. He's going to take his multi-tool and stab it into it. And he's going to disrupt the assembly that's going to get everyone's attention. And then I think based on everyone's reactions, we'll see who's not supposed to be here. And so I'm going to do that, which I think is definitely going to be face danger because he's risking...
Yeah. We must not come in second place because of one of your technical malfunctions.
I don't malfunction. And he's... I think I'll get the tech benefit from this, but not my augment. Because I'm still trying to hack into it. So this is going to be with Shadow +1 from tech.
Oh, I wish I had Dex with me because he would actually be helpful.
I wish I had Icarus, but here we are without our little buddies.
It's okay. Is that a miss, my friend? Oh, it's a weak hit. Okay.
That's a weak hit. It's a weak hit. So I succeed, but not without a cost. Make a suffer move.
Ooh, a suffer move. So that could be, you could lose momentum, you can endure harm, or endure stress. Maybe stress makes the most sense.
I think it's going to be stress. He's going to endure stress. Because I think he would take minus... Because I think the fact that we're falling in second place, he thinks it's his fault. And then hearing you say that, he thinks of like being insulted in that way. And when you said... And he knows that you didn't mean it, but hearing, like, saying that he thought that you meant he malfunctioned, not his tech. So he took that a little more personally than he should have.
She said technical malfunctions. She didn't say you.
Oh, no, I know. But he heard malfunction. Only based on the fact
trigger
that, like,
words.
Yeah, a few things like a trigger word from his childhood bullying.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to take the hit to spirit.
Okay, but we do, it's successful.
Oh yeah, endure stress. So we're going to lower it down by 1 and then do the roll.
So you succeed. You rolled face danger.
All right. So I think, yeah, he jams it in and it begins to slow everything down. A lot of the machinery begins to slow down and come to a halt. A couple of blues like throw their helmets up and look at what's happening. They look right at us. And I think in that moment, sort of, they're shouting at him and they're yelling at him, being like, "What are you doing?" And then like just sort of like saying, "No, your disruption and all these things. We're going to call security." And he sort of just lets it wash off his back as he's looking around, and his cybernetic eye zooms in on 2 people at the bottom left of the facility that had these helmets on, but they had these long blue jackets on, and they're looking at each other. And there's a look of recognition in the eyes when he looks at them. And he looks over at you and he points them out. There!
Go! And as soon as you point it out, she is booking it, and she's running. I think she's going to pull out a non-lethal weapon. I think she has a couple at her hip. The lethal one,
Mhm.
she did touch the lethal one first.
Of course she did.
But she has a non-lethal one, and that is just going to stun people. It's a gun, and it shoots out like wavelengths of energy,
Like a sonic
or
stun gun.
and it's an extension of her kinetic powers.
Ooh, cool.
So she used that. She relies on it if she wants to make her kinetic powers even more powerful. So she is running and she's sprinting to go try to stop them from continuing to run away. Whether that be they hit a wall or something, they get knocked out, but she's running after them.
Dorian's gonna follow you, but he's gonna stay on like the catwalk above where the machinery was he hacked into,
Uh-huh.
and he's gonna like follow you from above to sort of see if he can see if they go a different way and point it out to you, or see what happens from above.
Yeah. We're on comms.
We're on comms.
Okay, so I think that would be face danger then.
Yes, it would be.
Okay. So I'm going to roll. Okay, I think I could do roll. It's either roll plus edge or iron. I am trying to be like speed, mobility, agility, or if I'm using more strength, endurance, or aggression.
Well, you have said that Celine, when is in locked in mode, is like a bull in a china shop. Maybe you're just bashing through like whatever obstacles they're they're throwing down like debris. They're throwing down like trash cans and stuff to slow you down, and you're just kicking past them.
Yeah,
it could be that.
I think it's iron. Even though edge is +3, what makes narrative sense is iron. But she also is using her kinetic powers.
I would say so.
When she uses the kinetic powers, she loses momentum -2.
You have such a fascinating way to burn your momentum with that ability. That's really cool.
And then so I'm gonna roll plus iron. I have a +2.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go. Let's
it.
go. I think that's a weak hit. Oh, it's a miss.
Oh no.
You fail, or momentary success is undermined by a dire turn of events. Pay the price. What is the most obvious negative outcome? I hear arc as they get away. You are now in 3rd place. And she screams and like goes to try to flip over like some of the tables.
Oh jeez.
Here. And I think she loses 1 spirit as well. I think that makes the most sense.
I agree.
She's like, ah! She screams. She's like she's like pushing people out of the way. She doesn't care. She flips a heavy table. And like as she sees them go out the door, she does that really quick, looks up towards you. Where did they go?
They're going out the front court. They're in the front courtyard. He's gonna turn, just so I can throw another move in here. I think he sees one of the blues up there with him. And he's gonna grab at him and say, "Those people are thieves. We are work for the Golds. I need you to lock down the front gate of this facility. We cannot let them escape."
Okay. He's like, what? I'm sorry.
We are in an investigation. There are people that could be in danger. We need to lock down the front gate. Please do that for me.
I could, but I have to talk to my manager. I'm not the one in.
Put him on the phone with me.
Of course.
He immediately takes the comm and he like puts his multi-tool into it.
Yeah.
This is Dorian Kelvaris, Gold Enforcer. I need you to shut down the front gate of the Ironside assembly facility. This is of an urgent investigation. I need you to do this now. People are in danger.
Excuse me, Mr. Calvaris. That would slow down production by 80%. Denied.
I'm going to try to compel him with heart. And I'm going to say, efficiency isn't going to matter if personal safety is put in danger. If personal safety is put in danger, efficiency drops to 0.
And you see, you can like hear over the comm like his brain
Yeah.
going over this philosophical. He's like,
Why do I think he sounds like Alan Rickman? But,
hey, why not? Why not?
So I'm gonna try this with compel
Okay, let's
and
go.
heart.
Okay, you're using heart. How does compel work? Okay, when you're trying to persuade someone or make an offer. Okay.
Because I'm not threatening him. I'm trying to be like endearing about it. Like say, hey, we need to do this, please.
Yeah. No, Celine would be threatening.
Yeah.
That is a weak hit.
They'll do what you want and agree, but your agreement comes to a demand or complication. Envision their counter offer and take +1 momentum.
So yeah, you could take +1 momentum, but their agreement comes with a demand or complication. Envision their counter offer. So what does he say? He says they'll.
I think they'll shut the doors, but I think they're going to want a full like review of the incident, which is something that we're trying to minimize. But at this point, we want to stop them.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's what he tells you. And we're like, we don't have time, but yes.
We don't have time. Just go reach out to Umbra Ignitions.
Okay. And then so you say that, and then what do you say?
Yeah, I think he messaged, and then you hear on your comm, Celine, the front gate is going to shut on their faces. I had them override it. And I think as you're heading out towards the open area, which is like a courtyard where people like come and go when the deliveries are made, you see the two of them like hustling towards the gate, but then the sirens begin to go off, and you see this massive iron gate, like 2 metal jaws, just closes up.
Yeah, so she has time to run after them, and just like in a booming voice, I think that echoes out, "Stop!" She's going to yell at them as she's getting closer, and she has the weapon out now. It is the lethal one this time. Unless you want your brains all over your friend's face, you will stop.
Are you trying to compel them, or?
Compel, yes. Yeah, that sounds like compel, but I'm not trying to. I'm trying to threaten.
Yeah, I think the two of them turn, and you can see like two almost two younger looking men, like with like blondish hair, and they look concerned. You see both of them like are looking towards to draw to like a sidearm. And there's like this tense moment, like it's like those classic Old West showdowns.
Oh, I wish you would. And she smiles a little bit.
And like you see the two of them like looking at each other.
Give me a reason to use this.
She's a bloody gold. It's not worth it. Is it worth it? You can see them kind of bickering amongst each other, and I think based on how your roll turns out,
we'll see what they do. Let's go. Yeah. Come on. Oh, let's go!
Wrong hit.
Oh! Okay. They'll do what you want. And I take +1 momentum.
Nice. Yeah, I
wish you would grab for it. Give me a reason.
And you see one of them's about to draw, and then the second one hits him in the back of the head, and he falls down. And he takes the gun from the one of them, and kicks it away from him, and he takes his gun and drops it on the ground. He puts his arms up.
You're going to answer some questions. Why did you take my brother? What do you have to hide?
We were paid to do a job, and we were also paid more to deal with any sort of witnesses.
Who are you paid by? Speak!
We were paid by a client.
I know you were paid by a client. I'm no dim-witted person. Who was it?
He looks over and he sort of sees a lot of this happening. I think this is where Dorian also like hustles out of breath, catching up with you.
Yeah.
I'm going to want my bronze representative before I answer any more questions. The equivalent of I'm not going to speak without my lawyer. And Dorian's gonna like reach out like on the comms. He's still like 50 feet away from you.
Yeah.
We need to search for the schematics. Remember, that's private. We can't let people see that, but that's what they have them.
I only need one of you to speak. Would you like to see that example be made of him? And I'll point to the one who was talking. You will have no bronze representative.
Yeah, I think the strong hit carries with this, and I think they're like, just don't have a name, but we have a moniker.
What is it?
Arbiter.
Quaint. And where did you meet this arbiter?
In the Bronze District. And I think while this conversation's happening, Dorian has apparated some like sci-fi manacles. He's locked one up. He's getting the other one behind it.
Yeah. Bronze District, of course. Am I supposed to believe you?
You have pointed a gun at me. And my brother. At that moment, like Dorian has like a moment where you think like that hits him for a weird reason.
She says, I don't give a damn if it's your brother. I want answers.
I have their data slate right here. In a melancholy voice, Dorian has grabbed a tab and he like looks through it. And I'm gonna say that before I move to that, I think we're gonna definitely mark progress because you're from your compel.
Okay.
We absolutely mark progress for that.
Okay.
And would you say that we've sort of? I would say we could mark one more only because like we cut off their runaway, and we got insight about who paid them. Like we learned that they're not the mastermind. They were paid to do this.
We did get a lot. Yeah, we did get a good amount of information.
Yeah, between my hit and then your strong hit, I would say we mark it twice.
Okay.
And I think searching while we're asking these questions and searching for the data slate, because I kind of moved a little too fast there, I think we would roll to on the quest part to fulfill the vow, because we're at 8 out of 10.
Okay. So when you reach the end of your quest, roll the challenge dice and compare the results. So we just need the challenge dice to be less than 8. At least one of them.
At least one of them to be less than 8.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Would you like to do the honors?
You could do it.
Oh. Oh, I get to do it.
Yeah, so it's your fault.
Oh, I see. I see how this plays out. Okay, fulfill the vow. Let's go to the shared sheet and do it from there. 8 versus whatever. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Send.
Oh, is that a week?
That is a
strong hit.
Strong hit.
I thought it was a 9. I thought that was a 9. Oh, that's
your
6.
vow is fulfilled. Obviously, because we're training, we're not going to do this. But if we were to fulfill a vow on a strong hit, you mark the rewards on your legacy track per the vow's rank, which for this one was dangerous. So you would get 2 ticks.
2 ticks, yeah.
And any allies who shared this vow marked the reward, so it would be for the both of us. So that was the best, aside from a match, is the best possible outcome we could have got.
To get that information and then the data, so we now know where to go. Or wait, did they have the schematics on them? Or
yes, he had I think it's where he says, I found the data slate, and he uses his eye to sort of like or automatically hack into like a personal data slate. He touches it a few times. They're all here. It's all, like he holds it. It's like a tablet. It's all in here.
She's going to use her kinetic powers and thrust them both against a wall to like knock them out.
Or do you have them hit each other's heads and they knock out?
That's too silly.
No. Okay.
Bonk. I don't think she would do anything that silly, but she is going to do that. And you see, it looks pretty rough. Like you see the heads hit the back of the wall.
Was that necessary, Celine?
I don't like vague answers.
We got what we needed.
Ark, we're finished here.
Kilvaris are complete. And as he says that, everyone that's moving around, they all sort of pause in motion as if time has stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And they begin to fade into like static and numbers again. The buildings and the streets begin to become that black and neon green grid. Now I'm thinking like it's also very akin to Tron. I don't know why I didn't think of Tron.
Yeah. That makes sense. And where did we place Ark? Just say it.
I'm going to say because it was a strong hit to fulfill the vow and a strong hit to do it, that I would argue we get first place for this one.
You do? I was going to say narratively second place makes sense. Because I think we have more misses and weak hits than strong hits.
Okay, we'll say second place. I think that's a fair point. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
She
'Cause
wants
I didn't realize
she
we
wants
couldn't-
first place, but
We started off rough and then we got strong at the end.
yeah. But like cumulatively, I think it makes some more sense.
Yeah.
Ah.
Based on your efforts, you performed exemplary. Based on the length of time it was to complete your task, satisfactory.
Damn.
You have been awarded second place.
But if I'm remembering correctly, this is just one of the tests. We still have time to place first overall.
Correct. You have accumulated points for second place rank. Your total points will be cumulative by the end of all simulations, and then the team with the most cumulative points from each simulation will be awarded the titles of first, second, and third.
Understood.
You see Dorian is sort of squatting down, like looking at the gridded floor. And he looks over at you. I'm sorry, Celine.
She'll get down next to you, like on one knee. It was not your fault, brother. And you know, earlier I did not call you technical.
I know. If I had thought just a little faster, perhaps I could have seen what they were going to do before they did it.
We'll do better next time. Yes?
Lock in.
On our house. We swear it.
And he touches the emblem.
Mm-hmm. Ark, get us at it. Beam us up. Beam me up, Scotty.
Your connection to the garden this day will be severed in 3, 2. Boom. And like we don't see this, but like in the digital space, our bodies sort of like disappear into a bunch of codes and numbers.
Yeah.
And we see like the leaderboard pops up as we're in our pods. And
yeah, it's like a holographic image of the leaderboard, and the numbers start to fly in.
Yep.
And you know who's in front, right? You know who's in first place.
It's our cousins, isn't it?
Yes.
And yeah, we both see.
Damn.
Well, thankfully we'll only have to hear that for one day because we're going to mop the floor with them next time.
They'll do whatever it takes to get first. And we'll make sure it doesn't happen.
We're just going to have to outclass them, outplay them, outsmart them.
As usual.
Should be easy for the two of us, right?
More than easy. Are you hungry? I'm quite peckish.
Starving. Oh.
Let's go. And the pods open, we get out, gotta shake muscles out. We probably in there for a few hours.
Oh yeah. And there's a bit of atrophy, like kind of, and like whatever impacts, like the physical impacts that Dorian felt, he definitely feels in like his shoulder. Yeah, and I think
let's go get a massage.
Oh.
And then food.
I'll pay for the massage. You pay for the food.
Deal.
Deal. And yeah, I think this final silhouette is the two of us walking out from our part of the facility of the garden, and then the garden's lights, these like beautiful like neon greens, power down, and the last thing illuminated is the garden and the leaderboard.
That's the last scene right there.
Yep.
Still on our minds, but we are going to, tend to our bodies. Last move of the session is end a session.
Yes, it is.
That is a session move. Boom.
When you end a significant session or chapter of play, reflect on the events of the game and identify any missed opportunities to mark progress. The way this training arc is going, we sort of resolved the task that we were supposed to do, but I think we definitely were fair. I think we had a lot of misses early on that I think raised the stakes for us to finish, but then we ended strong. So I think ending in second place for this first simulation, I think, was a fair move.
I think so. Yeah. So if there is a quest, connection, or other situation you would like to get focus in your next session, make note of it and take +1 momentum. Is there anything, quest, connection, or other situation you would like to give focus to? I guess other situation is technically like the next set of category moves?
Correct. It'll be the next set of category moves that we'll mess with.
Okay. Which will be
It's going to be I'm going to say it's going to be a blend of, I'm going to look at how many training sessions we have. We're also doing, and also giving time for the drills.
Right.
I'm going to say connections and exploration moves are going to be happening as the spotlights for the next.
With probably face danger and quest in there, just because you will probably need them anyway.
Oh yeah, no, the adventure moves and the quest moves and such moves are always going to be there. This was to refresh our bare bones basics, and now the next simulation is going to involve connection moves. So we're going to have some sort of NPC within the simulation with us, or like a designated NPC designed for us within the garden.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And then an exploration move, so there will be method of space travel. So we're also going to be utilizing our adventure for the first time.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan, Stan.
Yeah. And then when we begin that session, we're going just like, because this is all augmented reality, we'll reset our momentum, we'll reset any lost stuff and start fresh again.
Oh, start fresh.
I mean, we could do that, or if you want to keep, or we could keep what we have, kind of like make it a gauntlet.
Yeah, it could be like a gauntlet type thing. This is just phase 1 of the garden, and we're still in second place. It's like a tiered type thing. So we're
what? Yeah, because it's like a marathon. So I think maybe we don't get like a long enough rest to reset everything, so we have to deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, she's very much still thinking about how they're in second place. Her spirit's still at 4, I would say.
Let's do it.
Okay. And then that will give us a chance. There's probably some moves for like recovering and stuff. So there's recover. Yeah. Heal, heart rate, and resupply. So that gives us a chance
to mess with those two.
Okie dokie.
All right. So then we did do that. So now we make note of it and then take 1 momentum.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Ooh.
That puts me at 8 momentum to start next session. So that's a good safety blanket.
That's a good amount of momentum. I'm getting a better feel for how it works for my kinetic powers. I just lose 2 all the time. So I'm only at 3 because
but you're banking so much of it into a cool bonus for when you can utilize the kinetic abilities into things. That's cool.
It's definitely a good trade-off. I think it's a fair trade-off for sure. Okay, so that's where we're going to end it. We're going to end it here, but we will go over Stars and Wishes offline.
Yes.
Okay, and if you stuck around to watch this, nice. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching us tend to the garden.
Tend to the garden, and we'll be back next time. Bye.
Bye.